Chongqing is a savage land that bears the most sumptuous of fruits.
But if you want to partake, you're going to need some help. Chongqing has the most sophisticated metro system in the world, navigating steep cliff faces and deep undergrounds across 304 stops and counting. Chongqing Punk is taking you to every one of them. I'm your host, Western Toilet.
And this is Stop by Stop. This episode, we're going to Eling, because we're going to Eling Park. Chongqing is allotted one nice day a year, and that's this day. The city is usually covered in like a dense fog, which hides it from the rest of the world. That's why you've never heard of this city. But one day a year, the government allows the whole city a perfect day when the mist clears and you're not gonna melt. A lot of online YouTubers and video makers like to broadcast from these beautiful parks here in China, because China's lousy with parks. It's a great place. It's a quiet place for people to romp and play. Every couple of feet, there's a new neighborhood with a new park. We need to get up this tower to take some beautiful pictures and shots of the city, like you do. But we need a Chinese ID to get inside. We're not sure if we can do that. I was gonna say, if you wanted to see us get deported, to make sure that this video goes viral, that we broke the rules to get in, but the security guard nicely just let us in. Foiled! Oh! I hope the security guard doesn't get fired. They put these nets up just for safety. A lot of people like to come up here and throw fish down for the safety of the fish. You know, you don't want PETA to get on your tail. Ever since the Infinity Gauntlet, they've been rebuilding Tony Stark's tower. The Avengers should be moving back in at some point soon. From way up here, you can see the river. You can also see the river. And from over here, you can still see the river. And guess what? From over here, you can still see the river. Actually, that's the 𝗖𝗵cie River down there, and it's two rivers meeting at a peninsula. Click here for the video where you can see us walking around down there like a couple of mudfish. But we can't waste any more time looking at the most beautiful city on earth on the most beautiful day. I gotta go to the bathroom, which means the elimination report. We've been to this toilet many times, and it's not always perfect, but this time, it's a right banger. Whenever we come to Eling Park, first thing we do, come straight across over here to this restaurant. An hour ago, it was like insane, but everybody's, I guess, gone upstairs to hit the mahjong tables. Average age about like 82. But once those ruffians cut out, like we come here for like the beans, they want to push pig ears on us, but we had those for breakfast, so like we just come over for cucumbers and potatoes. With all that wonderful crap out of the way, we're walking along the top of the backside, the spine of the dragon. That's the peninsula that runs down the center of the city to another scenic view. But you know, there's a lot of people that live up here. Truth be told, I'd like to live up here. For example, if you would just subscribe and maybe even get on our Patreon and give us just a few pennies a month, maybe one day I could live in a giant, beautiful apartment complex overlooking the river like here. Don't I deserve it? And then this is Testbed, Testbed 2. I don't know if there's another one. There could be. This is where there's lots of coffee and tea and restaurants and great shots for you to get like Instagram things to send your friends and family. Museums, there's a cat house. Not a cat house, I mean a cat cafe, you cheeky bastards. We all know it's not right to burn books, but like, you can walk all over them. I actually my first office I worked in had a fax machine, and they used to get on me for not learning how to use the fax machine. I still haven't learned to use it. I mean, here's a tip if you want to get really good shots that are a little away from people, but like look super authentic. Always find where they hide the trash. You're bound to get a good shot. Nearly 200 million photographs are taken here every afternoon. Sunset's the best time. Us ourselves have probably taken at least 3 million photographs here in our 4 years of living here. Imagine, one of these people could be you. You could just like prop up your grandma or a baby somewhere. There you go, instantly famous on Instagram. One of our favorite things to do amongst all this hullabaloo is this little gallery that they have, shows that are always switching. This one's about lucid dreaming. It's a youth exhibition. I don't know how old the youths are. It could be a bunch of different ages, or it could be cows. One of our other favorite things to do here is mint gelato, to get the Sichuan peppercorn ice cream. You'll see the little peppercorns there. Here's a little tip. If you get the little cone, when you take the hat off, it smells extra peppercorny inside. When we first moved to Chongqing, not like the first time we ever came to Chongqing, but when we got here to move here, it was during COVID, and the whole city itself was kind of like weirdly ghost town. And Testbed 2 was practically empty. There was a few good places to get your pictures taken and a couple of restaurants, but now it's gone crazy. There's all kinds of like knick-knack shops, pillows and dresses and guns, and I mean, are they real guns? Probably not. But you can get books like this. This is our big find of the whole day. Is what would you call this? As a local?
Is a guide to like local slang.
Local slang, like fish slang. For some reason, sticking wild animals in your bar or tea or coffee joint is that's just the normal thing to do. Is this normal where you're at? Is this all countries do this now? Is this what the kids are into? It seems Testbed 2 has stolen graffiti streets, like their whole thing. Truth be told, I'm not against Instagrams or selfies or TikToks or any of that stuff. I think everyone should probably have the chance to look good in their memories and when they get old. Like I remember like having shoe boxes from like the 70s of like us ugly little kids and bad clothes with bad backgrounds, and it's miserable. You don't want to like look back on your life and just have these terrible pictures of a head or something. That it's important that everyone has a good shot to take your shot at life. That's what I got to say.